Oh God, I can't look. Hi lovely people. So in today's video I hope to make two fully formed awesome kettlebells from bronze. Let's see how that goes. For a tiny mini recap, the plan is still to use a 3D printed pattern to make a mould in greensand, then use a sand core in the mould to stop the expensive bronze filling the whole kettlebell, and instead just making a bronze kettlebell shell but with a solid handle. Then I hope to fill this shell with something cheap like lead and make it up to the desired weight I want. If you haven't seen it already and want the full story, check out part 1 where the sand cores were made and the casting failures were plenty. Okay, on to the new stuff. After discussing my problems with my casting buddies, Martin and Perry, my casting problems that is, I have a new plan of action. Oh God. My new plan is as follows. 1. Improve venting in and to the sand core to remove any possibility of core blowout. 2. A deeper, larger pouring basin. This will help me deliver metal a bit quicker with less fluctuation. I think I was a bit slow last time. 3. Pour a bit quicker. I think this is going to help keep the temperature high and prevent metal from freezing too early in the pour. 4. Make some changes to the mould. I'm going to do away with the large feeders on the sides by the handle, and I'm going to revert to that single huge feeder I had in my first terrible attempt. And from that single huge feeder, I'm going to have a tapered gate that will lead directly to the centre of the handle. 5. A single decent sized vent to the highest part of the sphere. This is to allow easy flow of metal up and over the sand core and let any built up gases get out from in front of the metal. 6. Finally, I add lots of little vents all over the pattern with my bicycle spoke. I won't be repeating myself about the sand core, what it is, how to make it, that kind of thing. That's all in part 1. I add the other half of the pattern and dust with parting powder. I add the huge feeder and the tapered sprue, then fill with more green sand, finally sieve stuff first. Then once the pattern is covered, I just pile it on until the cope's full. In this design, I've actually pushed the sprue down further than normal. I've done it to widen the diameter of the sprue. I hope this will mean a quicker pour, but it also means it gets covered up. I locate and uncover the sprue, then cut a nice large pouring basin. I put in the single larger than normal central vent, then add my tiny spoke vents all over the pattern. Where I expect the end of the sand core to be, I put in 3 large vents to relieve the gases that might leave the core during pouring. Okay, let's manhandle the cope off and finish the gating system. I cut the tapered gate. As the sprue's a bit deeper than normal, I fill up the hole it's left and then join it to the huge feeder. I cut the gate in the cope and tidy up any broken sand on the edges. Here I'm joining up the 3 core vents to the core area. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my central vent, so I carefully pushed a new one through from the inside out. Okay, time to remove the pattern. Very carefully. That looks good. I quickly finish off that tapered gate and clear any broken sand from the edges with a soft brush. Finally, I give the drag a really good clean out with air to remove any sand that's fallen in. Very annoyingly, my camera battery ran out just before I put the sand core in, so I'm afraid I didn't film it. As you can see here, I've used that hook again to hold the sand core level. Without it, the sand core would just tip up into the mould and damage everything. Because the parts of the mould are so heavy, I assemble the whole thing where I'm going to pour it. It's basically impossible for me to lift it whole. Hashtag not super beefcake yet. Very carefully I put the cope on. I cannot tell you how heavy this is. I actually damaged a tendon in one of my fingers lifting this thing. OMG, it's time to pour. Alright, this is very heavy. Oh my god, 7 kilos, here goes. I was a bit slow at the start, I think. Oh, I hope it's okay. That's everything, all gone. Wow, that used a lot of metal. Wow, look at the colour. Oh, can you see here? Those big core vents are venting nicely. Nothing from this one though. Look at that drop. Oh. Hopefully I don't get any freeze problems. I could have poured it quicker. The fact that there is gas, sort of steam coming out of these big vents here, makes me think that bronze has at least reached the bottom, sort of the bottom part of that sphere. It's been a lovely sunny day and I've spent it all inside with a giant furnace. I'm going to come back out later and have a look at this beast. Oh, this would be so good if it's worked. Oh, that's hot. That is very hot. Wow. Ouchio. I'm a bit nervous. Let's have a look. Right, this is very heavy. Let's do it. You're going to see it before I do. It's still really hot, but I can't wait any longer. Oh! Oh God, I can't look. I think it's worked. Oh my God. I can't see the other side. It weighs an absolute ton. Oh, I'm so happy. I can't believe it. Right. I'm going to knock it through. This is the moment of the truth, because we find out the other side is absolutely pants. Ooh, it looks alright. Hooray! Right, I'll go and get rid of this. Oh! I think it's done. Brilliant! There's my little vent. I'm going to plunge it into water. Last time I did this, it exploded because the core was really hot. Let's hope it doesn't explode quite as much. Got to move the water warm. Oh my God, it's heavy. Let's see if it's actually a... It does look like it's a shell. That's good. Oh, blimey, this thing weighs a ton. So that's pretty much, that's got to be 5 or 6 kilos. God, I'm going to quickly chop that bit off. Then it's not so heavy. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Oh, I can't believe it. Woo! Oh, I'm so chuffed. It is possible. Right, I'm going to chop that off. Hopefully there's no shrinkage. Goddamn kettlebell. Woohoo! Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, it even looks nice inside. I mean, it's a little bit bumpy. Oh, brilliant. 2.45 kilograms. Now I need to make another one. I need to make 2 of these. I'm giving 2 away. One to my kettlebells instructor. We've got a little group of close mates that are just brilliant. And one of them is kettlebells instructor. and she's been doing essentially free kettlebell classes for the last 6 months. And as a little thank you, I thought I'd make her a lovely solid bronze kettlebell. Well, not solid bronze, I'm going to fill the inside with lead. And the other one I'm going to make for another one of our really good friends. So we do kettlebells, and then for about half an hour afterwards we do some sort of crazy, I don't know what you call it, stretching yoga type of... It's really hard and it's really nice and stretchy. So she deserves one too. So I've got to make another one. I'll make that tomorrow. Oh, I'm so chuffed. Oh, it's freezing. It's 10:30 at night and I just couldn't wait. I snuck out of the house. I've got to go and have a look. Did you hear that? I think there's a mouse. It's 10:30 at night and I snuck out of the house to have a look to see if my kettlebell has worked. Fingers crossed, here goes. Oh, God, it's heavy. Christ, that's heavy. Oh my God, I think it's done it. Let's try the other one. Oh, maybe. I think it's worked. Let's knock this out. Oh, do you know what? I'll be so chuffed if the second one works as well as the first one. All day I've been trying to cast this. I had to go through all my sand again. I've realised that casting is quite a lot of work. You've got to keep your sand all nice, and I haven't quite got my setup to be like maximally efficient. Maximally. I'm having a senior moment. Efficient. Oh, I think it's worked. Oh God, it's hot. It's lovely and hot actually. Hooray! Woo, woo, woo. Oh, my back's killing me. I was at running club today and we did some serious sprinting and it really hurt my back. Oh, that's a lovely colour. Look at that. Bedtime. That was what was left over. Night! It's a lovely day here in the UK and unusually so. It's meant to be freezing or rainy or miserable and it's like summer. It's very strange. Very busy day. I've got to tidy up my two awesome kettlebells. So they are very rough. The second one is extremely rough. I mean, it's very smooth, but where the parting line is, it's just horrendous. So that's, these are going to be a major job today. So my last kettlebell class of the year with these two lovely ladies that are receiving these kettlebells is tonight. So I really want to get them both polished up for tonight so I can give them to them. They don't know that I'm going to give them custom kettlebells, but I thought what a brilliant project. It's a really good, difficult thing to cast because of the huge cores involved and the thin wall of the sphere. And they're brilliant friends, so they deserve a little kettlebell treat. Check out how lovely and sunny it is here. Let me see which one I can spin. Let me get the exposure right. There we go. That, got my fingers, there is an owl box I made last summer because our barn owl box got blown over. So our barn owl left and found another home because the old one blew over and I couldn't make a new one quickly enough. But unfortunately, the only thing that's living in that one at the moment is a family of pigeons. It's a bit of a shame that. I'd like to try and get the barn owl back somehow. It's quite a nice big owl box. I think what's attracted the pigeons is I put a walkway around it, and I don't think that was really needed. So sometime soon I should remove that walkway, and perhaps that will encourage the owls and dissuade the pigeons a bit. Gonna get on with these. So really pleased with this. I can't believe how beautiful bronze polishes up. So it's about 3 hours of filing from here, sort of straight out of the cast, to here, fully polished. But I'm so chuffed with the results. I mean, I was chuffed with this, but polished up, this is just absolutely wonderful. Now I've got to go do this one. So the total weight of this kettlebell is going to be 7.5 kilos once the lead is in. Reset the scales, pop it in, and then make it up to 7.5. That's the plan. Oh! I need more gloves. Oh, ow, ow, ow! Seven, 3, 4, 7.5, 1, 6. Of course, going a funny colour. You see, oxidizing, I guess. I'll give it another buff later. All right, let's see how much it weighs. 7.519. And it's a bit wet, so that might be water. Oh, fantastic. God, it's heavy. That is blooming heavy. Now this one needs to be 6 kilograms. The last one was 7.5. So that is 2.47. Right, now I'm going to go and get the lead. Three, 3.3, 3.5, 5.8, 5.9. Oh, 7 grams over. That'll do nicely. I'm just going to wait for that to cool. And there's the lead inside. So this one's only about 2/3 full. Right, now to do the second one. This one is lighter, thank God. That's 6 kilos, but it's only 1.5 kilos lighter.
as you can see, they're not even fully full. This one's the lighter one, that's 6 kilograms. And this one, God, they feel, this one's 7.5. But because they're so small and they're filled with lead, they actually feel a lot heavier than that. They're so dense, it's just incredible. On them. I've got to get the wax off. Right, that's me done. Another good project completed.